good morning and welcome into Studio AP on this Tuesday, February 14th. Yes, it is Valentine's Day. Hope you guys are starting off the day with those you love. Cara Robinson here with our LPGA member Paige McKenzie and PGA Tour winner Robert Damron. And man, do I love these guys and the rest of the crew that are going to be here in a minute. Before we go any further, we are asking you guys to tell us today why you love this game the most. The best responses will be revealed on air during the show today, so please send them in to us. Hashtag why I love this game. Paige McKenzie, why do you?
There's a couple reasons. Number one, obviously, it's the people. I've met an enormous number of people that have become lifelong friends through the game of golf. But the other thing is just the personal challenge. Every single day, you cannot perfect this game. And that's part of the reason why I wake up every day and love to play it.
Well, I'm past the personal challenge part. I don't want that so much.
You've given that bit up.
But I'm with her. The relationships I've made, the people I've met, the places I've been, it's just been an incredible ride, and it's all because of golf.
Yeah, for me, it's the social component, exactly. It's a wonderful way to spend time with people, and any levels can compete with each other. The handicap system is a wonderful part of this game. Let's now say good morning, though, to Damon Hack.
Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Can't have Valentine's Day without Rosie. Tim Rosefort. Good morning. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Do you still love this game?
Well, I got a love-hate going with it, but presently I love it because I got a couple new gurus right here in this studio, and Damron and McKenzie over there. You pay attention, you listen, and some of this stuff actually works.
Always something to learn. Rosie will open up the notebook a little bit later on Sergio, Spieth, and Hideki. Let's say good morning and happy Valentine's Day to Lauren Thompson, LT.
Happy Valentine's Day to you guys as well. Glad to have all of our viewers that we love joining us in Studio AP on this special day. All about love indeed. Moving into top stories, though, and we begin with the world number one in the women's game. Lydia Ko prepping for her season debut at the Women's Australian Open, where she had a runner-up finish just last year to Haru Nomura. Ko, she will do so with a change in caddy, clubs, and a new swing coach in Gary Gilchrist. Also going on down under this week, the inaugural playing of the World Super 6 Perth, which starts with 156 players with cuts after 36 and 54 holes. The top 24 players after 54 holes move on to 5 rounds of 6-hole match play. Any tied matches, those will be decided on a 100-yard shootout hole before a winner is crowned. You want to tune into that. Meanwhile, at Pacific Palisades, California this week, it's the PGA Tour and Bubba Watson's title defense at the Genesis Open. It is the 55th time that Riviera Country Club will host the event, and the first time being run by the Tiger Woods Foundation at the place where he made his PGA Tour debut in 1992 when he was just 16 years old and an amateur. But for now, we take a look with Cara Robinson at a few players moving into the event feeling confident.
Well, there are a few of them, in fact, Lauren, as we take a look at this full screen. 3 guys in the field at Riviera this week, all won the last time they teed it up professionally. Sergio Garcia, Jordan Spieth, and Hideki Matsuyama. Let's get on to each of them individually. First up, the week before last, Sergio Garcia wrapped up the European Tour's Middle East swing with a win at the Omega Dubai Desert Classic. After a final round 69, the 37-year-old captured his 30th win worldwide and in his 50th different country. That is impressive alone. He is now back inside the top 10 in the official world golf ranking, having also won the AT&T Byron Nelson on the PGA Tour last year. Robert Damron, I want to know, is there something specific that you have noticed in his game that he's doing so well?
The thing that has held Sergio back in the past is his patience, lack of patience, a little too much temper. Has age taught him a little patience? He looked so strong in Dubai. It looked like he was just meant to be there. Like, hey, I'm not in the zone this week. This is just how I'm going to play. He stared down Henrik Stenson and pretty much wore him out the last round. I thought it looked great. Plus, he's getting married. He's in love. It's Valentine's Day. Just seems like his week.
It's funny you mentioned Henrik Stenson as well, because Henrik Stenson, of course, broke through last year at the age of 40 to win his first major. Don't forget, Sergio is still only 37. It's just he has been around for so long. Many people ask, has his time gone? But there is still plenty of time ahead, Paige.
Without a doubt, and I think Sergio will be one of the favorites moving into the major season, given the fact, as Robert said, not only did he look confident, he was playing flawlessly down the stretch. You can see that he's gotten his putter on track. He's always been one of the best ball strikers in the world. So seeing Sergio Garcia making putts on top of great iron play, you got to watch out for him.
Yeah, set to get married as well, as you said, maybe in 2017. So all things good for Sergio Garcia. But for more on El Nino, let's send it back to Damon and Rosie.
All right, Cara, you know what? It was quite a couple of years for Sergio Garcia before winning the Nelson last year and winning in Dubai a couple of weeks ago. What's changed in your estimation, Rosie?
Well, they touched upon it. I mean, this is a big day for Sergio. Sergio's in love. You can just go to his Twitter account. There's not much there that that says anything else. And Sergio's always been a guy who goes up and down. And, you know, right now when he's happy off the golf course, he's happy on it as well. He's after winning in Dubai, stopped off in Spain to see his dad and get a couple lessons, tune up his game, and then for the most part, he's been in the U.S. He's got a U.S. base in Austin now, working on his game there and rolling in not only to Riviera, but he's got a big stretch. He's going from there to the Honda Classic and then down to Mexico City to play in the WGC event.
And probably under the radar in terms of major championships, don't you think? Because there will always be more attention on the likes of Jordan Spieth, Jason Day, Rory McIlroy, Tiger, should he come back as well. Is this the perfect time for Sergio to break through and win that first major?
Well, it seems a piece, doesn't he? I mean, whether it's love or whether it's maturity or whether it's all of the above, it certainly seems like we're looking at a different Sergio Garcia right now. It would be nice at this point in his career, 30 wins worldwide, if he did add a major championship.
More from Rosie in a bit. We send it back over to Cara.
All right, Damon, what about Jordan Spieth? He followed up 2 consecutive 7-under par 65s on Sunday to win the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am by 4 strokes. At the age of 23, he now joins Tiger Woods as the youngest to win 9 times on the PGA Tour. All of those titles for Jordan have come since the beginning of 2013, a feat, by the way, only achieved by he and Jason Day. He played incredibly well on Sunday. Seems now, Paige, as though he might be carrying a bit of momentum into Riviera. He has had a top 5 there before 2 years ago.
Yeah, and one of the things that is similar between the two golf courses is the difficulty of greens. They're not as smooth as you would find elsewhere in the country because they are a seaside poana. And I think as we look at Jordan Spieth putting, this is advantageous to the best putters in the world. So when we're rolling it, I want you to watch the left-hand low putting stroke, where you can see that left-hand low is lower than the right on the grip. I want you to notice that the back of that left hand towards the target. That's the most obvious thing that you'll notice in a left-hand low putting strike. But what I also want you to notice is actually how that right palm is pushing towards the target. It's very key to have that neutral position with this grip where both palms are facing each other, working towards that same direction. And that's one of the things that he does extremely well with his putting grip. The other thing that, of course, is very noticeable is when the left hand is low on the grip, the shoulders level out. If you have a conventional grip, you're going to have that left shoulder higher than the right shoulder. What can be a problem with that is inconsistent strikes. You might tip over a little bit one day and now you're hitting up on it. You might tip forward a little bit day, you're hitting down on it. With the left hand low, I think for Jordan Spieth, he's able to level out that stroke, so he's always constantly low to the ground. I appreciate this assist.
Sure. Yeah.
But that stroke stays nice and low on the way back and low on the way through because that left shoulder is more level with the right shoulder.
That's such a great tip. I'd never even thought. I hold it conventionally, and you could see how you could perhaps pop out of it. All right, well, Damon, he did hit 16 of 18 greens in regulation on Sunday as well. The boy is playing well.
He is, Carr. I think I want to take Robert Dameron with me to play golf and have him stand behind the hole and kick the ball in for me. Anyway, Jordan Spieth, his 9th PGA Tour win on Sunday. We see him do this long post-round interview with Ryan Burr Sunday evening for Golf Channel. Where did he go after that?
Nice little 48 hours for him. Flies private into L.A. with the trophy from Pebble with him. Jake Owen, his Pro-Am partner, got family and friends. Imagine coming into L.A. with all that good vibe, right? Well, late night dinner with his buddies, and then gets up early yesterday morning to fulfill a commitment, playing in the Genesis College Challenge, something that he had committed to and certainly didn't want to break on that. And then last night, big, star-studded party in L.A. to launch his new Under Armour golf shoes. And this is kind of where Jordan should be, after kind of a rough year for him, I guess, three W's to win at Pebble, to roll into Riviera, where you've got a good vibe, where you won the NCAAs for Texas, where you beat your buddy Justin Thomas in singles 3-2 to get that W. This is looking like another good week for Jordan based on what Carr said, the way he's striking the golf ball. By the way, I left out, coming off the golf course yesterday at Riviera after that challenge, who was there? Cameron McCormick waiting.
Wow.
Spent some time on the range. Apparently he wasn't good enough up at Pebble, so he's kind of tweaking and making it better to get a W down at Riv.
Seems very comfortable on and off the golf course and perhaps very dangerous heading into Augusta National. Let's send it back over to Carr.
All right, Damon, well, last but by no means least, one of the hottest players on the planet right now has to be Hideki Matsuyama, who successfully defended his title at the Waste Management Phoenix Open to secure a 5th victory in his last 9 worldwide starts. Yes, for the 2nd straight year, he came through a 4-hole playoff at TPC Scottsdale, and at the age of just 24 is now a 4-time winner. on the PGA Tour. He was second in the field for strokes gained tee to green that week. Robert, you have been impressed by his driving, right?
Well, imagine how nervous you would be with a PGA Tour title on the line. You're tied. You know you have to make par to force a playoff. You're on a tee, one of the toughest tee shots in golf. And let's just look how nervous Hideki is. I mean, he's obviously messed. Let's roll it. He's got that same silky rhythm, pause at the top. And I've never hit a drive like that in my life. With all the pressure, all of everything, that was a 320 carry. He ended up having 60-some yards right in the middle of the fairway. Riviera is a difficult driving course, a very difficult driving course. 18 at Riviera is maybe the hardest tee shot in golf. And for a guy that steely, that icy, no nerves, and that good to stand up at Riviera, tough driving course, you've got to love his chances this week.
And just a little tease, you're going to be teeing off 18 later in the show, and I can't wait to see you on one of the toughest driving holes out there.
You look nervous now.
I'm going to tweak the, so my yardage, it looks like I hit it further.
Okay,
I'm
good.
going to tweak the machine.
The tricks of the simulator. Damon, he is just climbing his way up the official World Golf Rankings and even has a chance at #1 this week.
Absolutely, Carl. So Jordan Spieth flies to L.A. with Jake Owen. Hideki Matsuyama, how did he celebrate his victory in Phoenix?
He rolls into a Chipotle on Super Bowl night with a bunch of his buddies and comrades. There's no TV there, so thus there's no crowd. You know how Chipotle, you're always waiting on line.
I've been there.
He flows right through, which is kind of fits the MO. A year ago when he wins down at Scottsdale, it was a 5 guys. So there's nothing fancy on this guy's plate except for winning golf tournaments. And rolls into L.A., you know, that Sunday night late after midnight after winning down in Scottsdale, and basically base himself there out in the Pasadena area at a golf course that you know, Angeles National. And this is sort of his West Coast hang. And Mariyama's there, his senpai, a guy he looks up to. But they're really not working on his golf game with Mariyama, just working on himself, grinding, getting ready for another golf tournament. This kid is obviously dedicated to his craft and also very focused right now on adding a W at a place that everybody wants to win.
Best player without a major can be a blessing or a curse. Probably a blessing when you're young, a curse when you're old. Is Hideki Matsuyama the best player in the game right now without a major championship?
I'll go under 30 with Hideki, and I'll go over 30 with Sergio.
Like it.
Huh? Show me some love, Damon. It's hard.
And both covered in your notebook, by the way, this morning. Great stuff from Rosie Moore a little bit. Let's say hello once again to LT.
Yeah, showing some love. We got more of that on the way because coming up on this Valentine's Day edition of Morning Drive, we get down to the details of this game that you likely love and hate. It is an interesting relationship, but why? Well, there's a book about that, and Damon Hack takes a seat with the author, so stay tuned. And with multiple switches that we'll see from Lydia Ko this week as she kicks off her 2017 season, we know you want some insider details on what went into it all. So Ron Cyrak, he's going to share the goods on that, plus the head-to-head battle that will likely go down between the world #1 and world #2 in Australia. Plus, some of the greatest legends in the game, they have left us with lifelong lessons and tricks to sinking more putts, including the king himself. We're going to look back on the best ways to truly achieve more feel on the greens as Robert Dameron gives a nod to his friend Arnold Palmer, along with first-hand examples from players last week on the PGA Tour champions. Something else we're going to give a nod to, as we always like to do, you right here on Morning Drive. And with Valentine's Day on our hands, tell us the one thing you love the most about the game, the hashtag you got to use on social media, why I love this game. Your responses will be highlighted throughout our show today. Matt Janella, let's welcome you in, our travel insider, because this is a hashtag you use quite a bit.
Absolutely, and I've got a lot of reasons why I love this game. I'll get to those later on today's show. But first, good morning to you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Much more importantly, happy Valentine's Day to my Valentines. Morning, Katie. All right, coming up today, in addition to why I love this game, I'm also talking about golf courses in and around the Los Angeles area that you might consider playing this week. Weather should be good. All right, lots more today on Morning Drive, including Valentine's Day. Look at that, right through the heart. Stay with us.